If you're not interested, it's a nice day. Does one realize that? That one can never look at a thing, living thing, or a dead thing, or a thing that is moving, always with a word. To look at a river, at the flowing water, not call it a Mississippi or Thames or the Ganges, or the Nile, just look at the moving water. It has quite a different quality. Now, so can you observe, is there an not you observe, sorry, is there an observation of the movement of the self, which is anger, bitterness, hurt, just to look at all that without the word? Are you following all this? The word is the past, right? The word indicates the content of the past. My wife, I'm taking ordinary example, my wife. When you use my wife, see the content of that word, the enormous implication of various incidents, accidents, ideas, all that in the past, right? And that word, my wife, indicates the tremendous content of the past. But can you look at the woman or the man without the past to look at her? Go on, sit, do it, don't listen to it. It's no point in listening to it if you're not applying, if you're not doing it. So, first of all, we are asking, is there an observation of the whole movement of the self, which we have described both outwardly and inwardly? Can you look at that? No. Is there an observation of that without the past? You get it? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Look, I've lived 80 years or more. 87 years. A man who has lived 87 years has collected lots of experience, lots of ideas, met lots of people. There are all these past memories throbbing away. And either he's an idiot to live in the past, or memory, with this person being very, 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 very selective, and not live in the past, but watch things are happening. To observe without the observer, which is the past. Have I making clear? To observe. To observe one's reactions. Without naming it. As jealousy, as anger. Just to observe. When you so observe, what happens? Go into yourself. I hope you are doing this, not just listening or getting bored with the damn stuff. If you are listening, we are asking a question, which is, when there is an observation without direction, without motive, which is the past, what happens? Now, to find out what happens, actually, you must inquire what takes place when you are directing it, when you are remembering it, your reactions, or giving direction to your reactions. That is, there is a separation between the observer and the observed. Then there is a division and hence a conflict. I must not do this, I must do that. This is right, this is wrong. I say this is right according to my motive, and so on, so on, so on. So when I see, when there is an observation that where there is division, there must inevitably be conflict, outwardly and in psychologically. That is absolute fact. When I call myself British or American, and I'm willing to follow the whole thing, you're right in front of you. You're willing to destroy thousands of people, spend enormous sums of money to do something which your national pride or some nonsense dictates. So, can this conflict in the human mind, which is your mind, it's not my mind, human mind, which is in constant travail, constant conflict. We are inquiring if whether that conflict can end. It can end only completely when the observer is not only observation is. Is the thinker different from thought? Look at it. Is the thinker, right, different from the thought which he has created? The thinker says, I'm a Catholic, Protestant, Hindu, I'm a Democrat, totalitarian, whatever it is. Thinker says that. But the thinker has created the Democrat, the Republican, the left, far right, far center, and so on. The thinker has done that. And is the thinker different from his thoughts? Oh, come on, sir, this is so simple. Obviously not. But we have divided it. Right? So look at another question. Is the experiencer different from experience? This is now you. I'm glad. Now you're caught. We all want experiences. Going to the moon, experience of God, experience of dozen kinds of sex, experience of going to the Himalayas and climbing the Everest. You follow experiences. Now we're asking, is the experiencer different from his experience? Experiencer must recognize the experience, right? Right? Otherwise it's not an experience. You follow all this? Am I talking some strange language? I experience a motor accident, an experience in a car, an accident in a car. And that's recorded as pleasant, unpleasant, as hurt and so on, the expense of it and so on. That's recorded, right? The experience of that thing is remembered. And that experience is a memory which is different from that which has happened last year. Right? So, the observer is that experience of last year. Right? Oh, come on, sir. And that experiencer either wants to avoid future incidents of that kind, or if he is prone to accidents, he is inviting them. We are asking, is the experiencer different from the experience? Of course not. I've invented God, and I'm going to experience that marvelous state, right? I have visions of, if you're a Christian, Virgin Mary, if I was a Buddhist, I have an experience of various types of Buddhist consciousness, or if I'm a Hindu, you follow? Being conditioned to a particular tradition, which is the past, I experience that. Oh, come on, sir. I have projected that and I experienced that. So, the experiencer is the experience. And if there is no experience, what is the state of mind? Do you understand all these questions? We're all wanting experiences. And when one actually goes into it very, very deeply, experience, we hope, will bring about more knowledge, more clarity, more this and more that. But the experiencer is the experience. Therefore, the mind is no longer seeking any experience. Now come, now come. Only such a mind is absolutely clear. It requires no challenge. That's a different problem. So, is there pure observation of the movement of the self? Because in that, the self is not different from the observer. There is only observation. Without the past accumulated memories interfering with observation. When the past memories and accumulated knowledge interfere, then there is wastage of energy. I don't know if you're following all this. Wastage of energy in conflict, in denying, in suppressing, in arguing of why should I rationalizing the whole business, which is a form of conflict. Now, that's a wastage of energy. Whereas when there is observation without the past, there is all energy is brought into being, all energy comes in that observation, which dispels that which is observed. It's up to you. I've said it 10 different ways. So there is no conflict with the self. or denial of the self or suppression of the self. It is the clarity of observation which is the greatest form of intelligence.